Just like college students are graded with a GPA, the government, in carrying out its duties for the nation, also has its own report card. The difference is, while students' grades are written clearly on paper, our government's grades often fail, especially when it comes to corruption. The proof? In the upcoming election, there are still plenty of ex-es. And no, not ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends, but ex-corrupt officials who can still run as candidates. The question is, what's going on with Indonesia? Has our country really become that rotten because of corruption? In reality, Indonesia isn't entirely rotten. But unfortunately, we still achieve the dubious honor of being the third most corrupt country in ASEAN and around 90th in the world. Not exactly a proud achievement because it means Indonesia loses trillions of rupiah every year just because of corruption. The problem is, many of us treat corruption cases like celebrity gossip, flashy, noisy, but with no real impact felt in our daily lives. Yet that much money, if redirected, could send tens of thousands of kids to school, from elementary all the way through university. If this continues unchecked, don't be surprised if Indonesia ends up like Brazil. There, the biggest corruption scandal in the nation's history was uncovered. The impact? Not just hundreds of officials investigated, but more than 13,000 people laid off, an economic crisis, and ripple effects hitting 7 neighboring countries. That proves corruption isn't just about morals. It can drag down an entire nation's economy. So how do we fight corruption? Of course, there's no instant solution, but we can learn from other countries. For example, Singapore and Finland, where honesty is ingrained in schools, they've proven integrity can become part of the culture. Hong Kong also built a strong system that teaches citizens how to detect signs of corruption and how to report it. These may seem like small steps, but they matter. If Indonesia starts from there, we could gradually reduce the culture of corruption. Just imagine, if our national budget was used properly, we could build more schools, bring internet access to rural villages, help people who can't afford healthcare, and build infrastructure not just in Jakarta, but all the way to Papua. So instead of blaming each other, why don't we all start debating real solutions to fight corruption? Because if Indonesia ever manages to free itself from corruption, it wouldn't be impossible for people from all over the world to want to move here.